Okay, so
We just went to a kids' pool spa hot spring, and it was very interesting.
I thought I read up on it. I guess not. Anyways, so first off, there's a dress code that
You have to wear shower caps or a baseball hat, apparently, in the kids' area. So
which we didn't know. So we bought shower caps. They were so uncomfortable. Even Timmy had to wear them. But apparently, just a hat of any sort is fine enough.
Then we had to wear tops, like bottoms. All the kids had to wear life jackets. Bella wasn't even tall enough.
Bella is a swimmer, but she still had to wear life jackets. So I don't know how Koreans learn to swim. But I had to run to the store and get a swim shirt for me. And I was like, can I do like a short sleeve one? And she was like, no, all the women usually wear long sleeves. I was like, okay, then I'll do how they do here.
Yeah.
And then I got like a green shirt or something, and really like 98% of people are either white or black. So
Clothes.
Yes, the clothes. And then so we got there.
You take your shoes off immediately as you enter, wear your socks around, and then already we had pink bracelets and blue bracelets. So us boys put our shoes in the boy area, the girls went in the girl area, and then we walked up to our separate changing rooms, which was on the second floor. And the second you walk in, there's just 100 naked people. Nobody has a towel, not even attempting to wear a towel.
No shame. No shame detected. Only ours.
I mean, I didn't find it too weird, just people doing their thing, but everybody was naked. I don't even know at what point they put their clothes on, because nobody has any clothes on.
And nobody carries any stuff. So I'm still a little dazzled of how they...
Don't make a video.
It's a maze also to find your way to the right place. Anyways, we got into the pool. It was fun. The kids had so much fun.
First we got scolded right away.
Yes.
We were prepared. We had everything. Life jackets, caps, all tops and bottoms, but the lady caught Tamara immediately at the door because she's obviously a foreigner. It was like telling her things. We have it all in our bags. So I went over to Tamara and like we just kind of ushered ourselves to our seat and put it all on, and then she was like, oh, okay. Except for Bella's life jacket. We didn't have one for her.
Yeah, so we had to rent a life jacket for Bella because she's not 130 yet.
Centimeters. She wasn't
130 centimeters, yeah. So we got that, and then we were allowed to go in the water, even though we couldn't find the showers beforehand. In Germany, at least, you shower off before you go in the water, and she was just like, "No, you go in the water." That was also surprising because I thought we were gonna shower off before we got in the water.
Maybe we were supposed to shower before we put our swim trunks on.
Maybe. But how do you put swim trunks on when you're wet?
You dry
Anyways. Okay.
So we had a great time though. Of course, when we went to go eat, they were closed for half an hour. We showed up exactly when they have their little break.
So all those kids that were hungry at that time, they had funny little
Meat sticks.
that were actually not too bad.
And I wanted a cappuccino, and it ended up with a iced coffee that's just black iced coffee. And then I asked for a cappuccino, so that was interesting.
Yeah. Anyways, we ended up having good food, whatever, and they made a friend, and that friend and his family, they kind of stuck with us for food and then for swimming and whatever. One of the toys in the water area was like a zip.
There's a little zip line you could
Zip line thing.
hang down and drop. I mean, it was a fun. There's multi-levels, slides galore, some little swings, climbing areas,
Ball pit.
ball pit in the water for little ones.
Everything
A
is
lazy
pretty.
river, like
Everything is pretty old, so not modern, not like cleanliness doesn't strike there, like the thought of it, like it's just old, but it works.
wasn't
And
that bad either.
no, yeah, just not
definitely
modern.
Faded, and it's been there for a while.
Yeah, so but it was fun. It was fine. I noticed that all the parents, they had either one or two kids. Nobody had three kids. Nobody. I looked for that.
Yeah,
And then there was only one other American family also besides us, and they all came in unprepared. They didn't have
They
any
had to rent everything as well.
life vests, and didn't have any shirts on and stuff. It was
No
funny.
hats.
That was funny.
And then also there was little hot tubs for the parents too, like 2 different little hot tub areas upstairs
Okay.
and downstairs.
And then so there is a dry sauna area.
Completely separate. You can go do like a playroom, a giant indoor playroom, and like dry sauna stuff.
Yeah, we didn't do that. So we didn't go for that there. But so now comes the traumatizing part. Once we were done,
The men and women go on different sides of the exit.
and then apparently
As soon as you go down and open the door, there was 20 naked dudes, all in a 10 by 10 square with their kids, all stripping naked and putting their wet clothes in plastic bags. We're literally like almost touching each other, trying to rip wet clothes off of ourselves. Right there at the door. Super weird.
And then did you get shower?
And then we knew obviously there's gonna be showers somewhere. So I'm like, I got Timmy and James. Get all our stuff to our locker. And on the way in, there's like a pool area I saw, which I'm like, we don't really want to go man swimming naked because it's obviously all naked people. But there was this little stall area. So we walked in there and it's just toilets. Because I watched and like another guy went in there with what looked like his like shower stuff. Apparently he's just going to the bathroom first. So we went in there like these are just toilets. So I walked back out, like there's the pool area and that's it. Like I don't feel like going into the pool area with the boys. It's just like, all right boys, let's just get dressed and leave. Like I don't know where the showers are. There's too many naked people running around.
So we did get showered.
The girls figured it out.
We followed somebody done. It's a maze. It's all in Korean. Nothing is in English
Can't read
translated.
anything.
And I'm not like gonna whip out my phone and do translation while there's like naked women running around. Anyways, we walked down the stairs and immediately one of the lifeguards or people came and caught us. Was like, you gotta like signing to
You
me that
didn't
we
get
have
naked.
to undress and strip down. And then it was like, okay. And then some other lady that was just a visitor came by and she translated and was like, okay, you have to strip down naked and then the showers are over there and then you do this and that with the towels. They gave us towels all the way in the beginning when we got in, and they only gave us women towels. They didn't give any towels to the guys. I don't know.
I did see there was a pile of 400 towels along the wall. You could just grab them if you wanted to, and then a basket to put them in.
But she did point that these towels were for the women, so really interesting. Also, what I forgot, when you first enter the whole area, everybody is dressed in orange. Like all these people are dressed the same way, probably because they're all going to the dry sauna part. We were the only ones that didn't wear orange clothes. Anyways, the towels were orange too. And then so the lady that helped translate, she leaves, and then this other lady that works there was like, okay, now you strip down naked. And then the girls were like, we don't want it, this is awkward. And then she was like helping Josie out of her shirt. And then she's like, okay, now the undies. And then Bella, the same thing, like, and then Bella was like just lingering. And then she's like, okay, now the undies. I was like, ugh, I'm wondering like if I can get away with just my bikini on underneath. It's like, nope, you gotta get undressed all the way. And then she handed us some plastic bags to put our stuff in. So we walk over to the dressers, super tight, and then some other people just standing around, and you're just butt naked in the midst of like 40 women that are getting dressed or doing something, whatever they're doing. It's still a maze to me because also I'm traumatized. But anyways, once we got our wet stuff in the dressers and got our towels out, we got our shampoos, whatever. The lady that works there also made sure that we had shampoos. She asked us, and I said, yes, we have shampoos. And she's like, okay, good. So then we follow some women to wherever they're going because they all know what they're doing. And then, so we go into where they said the showers were. Open the door. There is a ginormous room with just pools and I don't know how many like 150 naked women running around with children and teenagers, and everybody's just having a good time, just hanging out either in the pools or or there was some saunas, I think, and then I saw a sign for baby pool. We didn't go in any of those. And then there's the shower area where it's just like cluttered with everybody just showering and washing off, but it wasn't regular showers. There were like 5 stand-up showers where some older women were showering and taking their good little time, and I already saw that it's not gonna be helpful to wait there because they were just having a great old time. Those people were not just showering, they were hanging out, they were all rubbing each other's backs and just, oh, you gotta wash a little bit more here and there, and they actually they were foamed. Like everybody was foamy and just like really scrubbing themselves and shampoo and this and then just a whole routine that whatever, it was crazy. And then so those 5 stand-up showers, and then the rest was sitting showers where you hold with your hand the little shower head, and everybody sat down on plastic chairs with a naked butt on it. Then the girls were immediately like, Bella was like, I'm not sitting there. I was like, nah, me neither. I'm also not gonna sit there. So we just took one of those sitting shower things and just started washing us off. And then also there were like buckets of water, filled with water, and all of them had like 3 washcloths in it. And I could not, I don't.
Washing the chairs.
They're not for washing the chairs. People were scrubbing themselves with it. I'm just confused. Like, either do they just leave their washcloths, or do they all use the same washcloths, and it's just this washcloth for that chair? I don't know what was going on there. Anyways, we got ourselves ready, and then the girls, they're just standing and staring at everybody, and I'm like, stop staring at everybody. I'm like, well, they're staring at us. I was like, okay, fair enough, I guess, because it's a new experience.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
so,
I had like the lifeguard helper people all just standing around me, like watching the boys and like trying to talk to the boys. It's like, dude, leave me alone. We're all naked. I'm just trying to get myself dressed. Like, get out of my face.
that's a problem.
Super weird.
That's the problem we had when we tried to get to our lockers, because it was so cluttered, and so we were just standing there butt naked waiting for space to open up so we can get into the lockers. Anyways, it was interesting.
Very interesting.
I was not prepared for that.
Me either, apparently. I couldn't find the shower.
We have realized, after thinking about it, it was definitely a bathhouse, and we went to the kids area, which is obviously all clothed, and all the kids are clothed, and we all went there with our kids. So everyone we were hanging out with during the day at the pool was people with kids. So when we were in the changing area and there's just so many naked people without kids, it's because in the pool area where you made it to the showers, and I didn't want to go with the boys because it was too much, was men and women and teens, or they're separate, but they were hanging out there all day in those pools in that spa area, gender separate. And that's why there were so many naked people that made no sense, because we, in our minds, we only went to the kid area. But that place was actually for gender separate, naked Korean bath time.
Yeah. And also, to come back to the dress code that they had. So the dress code was basically for the women, long sleeves shirts. For the men, definitely covered up chests. And a lot of women actually wore pants, long leggings.
Black pants, yeah.
Basically. So completely covered up, more than in a lot of other places, completely covered. And then you go into the other extreme where there's like blah.
Then you go into the shower area and everybody's naked.
It's a cultural thing. We're happy we made the experience.